singing that song. We created our own shortlist. Karaoke Thige wants to be the producer, but I think Karaoke, you need to stick to what you're good at, which is sports. So let's stick to sports at this particular moment. And by the way, we appreciate your feedback. So Radio Gen KE is how you reach us on Twitter. And that is on X. You know, that shows how old I am. I'm still stuck to Twitter on X as well as Instagram.
And then the devils make it worse. But that one, we are sorting it out. 2 more games for Michael Carrick without conceding. Moriah shaves.
Tottenham, do me a favor. Tottenham, do me a favor. If ever there's a time I'm going to support Tottenham, it's this particular weekend, because if they break that run, then it means I don't need to shave my beard. Anyway, moving on very swiftly. On Facebook, you can be able to reach us on Radio Generation Kenya. Now, I want us to shift focus, Thige, to the Kenyan Premier League, because it's starting to become very exciting at the moment, and the table is also shaping up. And as we speak, the top has Gor Mahia on 40 points, AFC Leopards on 36 points, but AFC Leopards have played a game less. Shabana are third, and that's where now I really wanted us to touch on, because Shabana being third on 31 points means they are 9 points behind Gor Mahia. They had a game over the weekend, a controversial one for that matter. But before we come to that controversial game and some of the controversial decisions that we saw in that particular match, I want to quickly run through the other results of the weekend. Kakamega Homeboys and Mara Sugar drawing 3-3. KCB beating Mathare United 2-1. Tusker FC drawing with Posta Rangers 1-1. Gor Mahia beating Sofapaka 3-0. Kariobangi Sharks beat Ulinzi 1-0. Murang'a Seal beat APS Bomet 2-1. And Kenya Police and Bidco United drawing 1-1. Now, I've intentionally not mentioned the Shabana versus Bandari game, which ended 1-0. Now, let's talk about that match, because it had its own share of controversial moments. Let's talk about something that happened around the 17th minute first, before we come to the 25th minute.
Muriah, I need to background this a little bit.
Yes.
One, I'm a big fan. I have loved the way Shabana have risen from the second division to the top division.
Yes.
I have loved the way their fans have supported them. They now are topping AFC Leopards and Gor Mahia in terms of support. I love totally everything else that is going on around Shabana. But then when we start talking about officiating and things that are going on in the pitch, we have that game of APS Bomet, where we see 2 late goals scored by Shabana to clinch a point in that particular game. One of the 2 goals
conceded by Shabana, because the last goal they are the ones who conceded.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
But then one of the goals conceded by APS Bomet, the goalkeeper literally,
considered by APS of Shabana. It was the Shabana goalkeeper who threw the ball inside his own net.
Oh, sorry. It's the Shabana leading, by 3-1.
Yes.
APS Bomet scored 2 late goals.
Yes.
And then one of the goals conceded, there's this thing with the goalkeeper that he just basically is like he's taking a shower with the ball. Literally just pushes it back into the net.
Most of our Swahili commentators keep on saying, amenawa mpira. So basically what he did is he now had the mpira inside his own net.
Yeah, exactly. So crazy scenes there, and of course there was a bit of fan trouble because the fans were pissed off and incensed by the team and how they considered those 2 goals, because those are 3 clear points, would have changed their position in the league. Now, fast forward, the week later, the exact next weekend,
yes,
they're playing against Bandari, and now we see different events. This time, the officiating is in favor of Shabana. There's a clip that is going rounds on social media, and
a clip that we are playing right now.
Mesfin is showing you that clip.
Yeah.
If you think that is a penalty, I don't know.
We don't want us to first start with the penalty. I want us to start with the goal, because we have to go in chronological order.
All right.
Around the 17th minute, there is a goal that is scored. Yeah. A brilliant goal scored by Bandari. No offside. Yeah. Well, we have to take in the fact that we don't have VR in the Kenyan Premier League.
Yes.
But at the same time, you look at that offside call, it does not make sense at all.
Yeah.
And even where the goal is scored from, because the goal is scored from like way outside the 18, from like almost 25-30 yards. And for the lineswoman in that particular scenario to put up her flag, I remember the striker, like the Bandari players running to her and asking, really, like, seriously, who was offside? No one was offside.
Mariah, agreeing with you totally. Apart from the part where you called her a lineswoman, that tells you again how old Mariah is.
Yes.
They're called assistant
Assistant
referee.
referee. Okay. Mimi ni mzee. Nishajikubali.
No, but I agree with you.
Yes.
Absolutely, Mariah. Then come to the next moment now where there's a disallowed penalty. I just want you to take a look at this. Just take a look at it. Take a look at it, please. Where on earth is that a penalty? From which angle does that become a penalty? You know,
I think
some of the things.
I think what needs to happen, and this is what is happening in our Kenyan Premier League, is it's who screams the loudest. Because in that particular scenario, it's the person who screamed the loudest who was heard by the referee,
and they got a penalty,
and they scored the penalty.
So the person with the better decibels always gets the way.
Unaambiwa wacha kucheza mpira, piga nduru.
So ni kama kusema when you're getting a trial at a Kenya Premier League club, you're supposed to go for be taken to a very nice open space and shout.
Not just shout.
Just shout.
No, it's not just about shouting.
And create drama.
No, thank you.
Shout and create drama.
It is.
Then you hire.
Who's the best actor? So can you kick a ball? So the first question is, can you kick a ball?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Can you scream?
Yes.
Can you dive? Demonstrate.
But there's no diving. In this scenario, there's no diving. It's just atrocious refereeing, Mariah. It's just sad, and it's sad that we are discussing this. This has been around the third week in a row where we're having a conversation about this officiating. Maze, FKF, officiating. Guys, just please, let's style up. We have a league that everybody is looking for. Everybody's looking, has cast their eyes upon Kenyan football, upon Tanzanian football, upon Ugandan
East African football,
as they look forward to what's happening in 2027.
Exactly.
All eyes are on us. And such shows, such displays create embarrassment for us. They create doubt for us. If these are the referees, for example, as a host nation, you have to provide the bulk of the officiating. If these are the referees that we are going to see in East Africa, no wonder some Ivory Coast guy is talking the way he's talking online.
But we had some of our officials who
are very good,
who actually even got accolades during AFCON.
Agreed, Mariah.
Yes.
But then there's a saying in where I come from that we say what we say basically, if one boy poops on the field, they say all those boys are badly behaved. So when we have this guy behaving that way, it creates a mess for all of us. Anyway, Mariah, let's move.